The Nirbhay cruise missile. The Indian Armed Forces will be inducting the long-range attack cruise missile Nirbhay into their inventory to strike targets at ranges over 1,000 kilometers. The Nirbhay cruise missile is a long-range subsonic cruise missile. What is a cruise missile? Cruise missiles are unmanned vehicles that are propelled by jet engines much like an airplane. They can be launched from ground, air, or sea platforms. Cruise missiles remain within the atmosphere for the duration of their flight and can fly as low as a few meters off the ground. Flying low to the surface of the Earth makes the cruise missile very difficult to detect. Cruise missiles are self guided and use multiple methods to accurately deliver their payload, including terrain mapping, global positioning systems, and inertial guidance. They have the option to be manually guided to the target or to abort the strike. Categories of cruise missile. Categories based on speed. The subsonic cruise missiles. Speed below the speed of sound, that is Mach 1. Example is Tomahawk cruise missile made by USA. Next is supersonic cruise missiles, whose speed is faster than the speed of sound, and the example is BrahMos cruise missile by India. Last, we have the hypersonic cruise missile, whose speed is much faster than the speed of sound at the speed of Mach 5 plus. The example is Russian Zircon missile made by Russia. Categories based on range. The short range cruise missiles, whose range is typically up to a few hundred kilometers. The best example is AGM 158 Joint Air to Surface Standoff Missile JASSM developed by USA. Second is the medium range cruise missiles, whose range is several hundreds to over 1,000 kilometers. Example BGM 109 Tomahawk cruise missile made by USA. Lastly, it is the long range cruise missiles with range over 1,000 kilometers. Example CJ 10, which is a Chinese missile. Categories based on launch platform. Air launched cruise missile ALCM launched from the aircraft. Example is AGM 86 ALCM, manufacturer USA. Second is ground launched cruise missile, as the name suggests, launched from ground based launchers. Best example Tomahawk cruise missile, country of origin USA. Then is the ship launched cruise missile, which is launched from the naval vessels. Example Caliber cruise missile, Russia. Lastly, it is the submarine launched cruise missiles SLCM, which are launched from the submarines. Example UGM 109 Trident, USA. About Nirbhaya. The Nirbhaya measures 6 meters in length, 0.5 meters in diameter, and weighs 1500 to 1600 kilograms at launch. It has a range of 800 to 1000 kilometers while carrying a 450 kg payload. It equips a land based mobile launcher and carries high explosives or submunitions, although a small nuclear warhead with a 12 kiloton yield is also possible.